I'm Gina Cannella.
Hi, my name is Mary.
Mary, what brings you in to see me today?
Well, I need a little help finding a job. I have not been able to figure out how to do it by myself. I need some help.
Okay, can you tell me a little bit more about how you've been trying to do it on your own so far?
Well, I've been looking in the newspaper, but I have I have no resources of my own to help me. I don't have a car. I have no income. I have two children. I'm living with my sister right now, and she works and she can't help me other than to let me live there. So I'm kind of stuck right now. I need help finding a job and within either walking distance or public transportation distance or something like that.
Okay.
And I just need help. There are a lot of obstacles for me.
Sounds like you may be feeling a little overwhelmed by the job search and feeling like you don't have enough skills and
Exactly.
what are the circumstances that found you living with your sister?
Well, my husband left me and he's not supporting us, my two children and me. He's not supporting us or helping us. He's gone. Totally gone. We don't know where he is. And I don't have a car. I was lucky that my sister let me live there. But I think it's time for me to start helping myself, get a job, either pay her a little bit extra or get out on my own.
Okay. So, it sounds like a stressful situation.
It's very stressful.
So, just so I'm clear, your husband left about a year ago.
Yeah.
You've been living with your sister for
Yes.
a year.
Yes.
Your husband has provided no financial assistance and
None.
he just kind of disappeared, is that correct?
Yes.
And you've been looking in the paper for a job, but you feel like you don't have any skills.
I don't have any skills that I've even made a few phone calls but have had no luck.
Okay, okay. I feel like we can help you here. We refer people to all kinds of places for many, many reasons, different reasons. Part of our referral system is for the Charleston Job Placement Center.
Oh, good.
They're very wonderful there. They have a high success rate. Many women, such as you in your situation, have come to us for assistance of what you're speaking of, and have had a lot of luck at the job placement center.
Oh, that sounds really good to me.
If you don't mind, let me ask you about your financial situation. I know that you said your husband is not assisting you financially, and your sister is providing shelter and food.
Yeah.
Is she providing? Can she help you financially with your bills, or are you getting financial assistance in any other way?
No, I'm really not. I don't spend much money because I don't have any to spend. I don't have any other. She's just letting us have a place to stay and something to eat. I help her out around the house. I clean her house while she works.
Right.
But, I think she would like to have her home back, and I would certainly like to have a home of my own.
Sure.
And be independent.
Sure. Okay. Let's tell me about your work history.
Well, when I was young in high school, I babysat, and when I got old enough to get an outside job, I worked at McDonald's. And I
Okay.
did everything you do at McDonald's.
Okay.
After high school was over, I got married, and I thought that would be my life. Had 2 children, and then I find myself where I am now.
Sure.
But I never worked after high school, and I just don't have any job skills.
Right. Okay. So, regarding your McDonald's job, what kind of um, what kind of things did you do there at McDonald's? And speak also if your enjoyment level
Okay.
at some of these
Well,
activities.
I did about everything at McDonald's. I worked at the cash registers, and take orders and talk to people, and then I worked on the pickup line where you take the order over the loudspeaker, and then you hand them the food and take the money, and so I can work a cash register.
Okay.
And I put hamburgers together too, and I mop the floor.
Sure.
So I've done about everything there, and I liked most of the work. I liked it when we were busy and people were coming in a
Okay.
lot. I enjoyed working with people.
Okay, good. And speak of the babysitting job. What did you like most about that?
Well, I love children, so I enjoyed being with the children, but I know that was not skill building for the future.
Hmm.
So that was mostly just a first job in high school, I guess. But I enjoyed it.
Okay. Regarding those two jobs, what did you, or what can you recollect as your strengths? I know it was a while ago, but what did you feel your strengths were in those two jobs?
Well, with the children, I was able to more or less get them to do what they were supposed to do without getting upset or without them getting upset, and they would
Okay.
listen to me.
Good.
And in the other job, I really enjoyed working with the people that came in. I enjoyed it when we were very busy.
Okay.
Just, I think I can be good with people.
So it sounds like you do have some skills that you may not have even really thought much about, because it has been a long time since you've worked. I think any stay-at-home mother and wife already has a skill set that would work in many jobs. But you like to work with people.
I do.
And it sounds like you enjoy working with people, which is really great for any kind of customer service situation, which is actually most jobs dealing with the public.
Yeah,
It sounds like you love to work with children,
I do.
and there is a need in a lot of daycare centers, which might be a possibility for you. I'm not sure what the Charleston Job Placement Center has available at this time, but they almost always seem to have daycare center jobs open.
Well, that would be good.
I think you'd be a really great fit for that, but I'll let them and you decide that. Now that you've told me about your work history, tell me a little bit about your interests other than working with children and you like to be busy and working with people. What else do you like to do?
Well, if I can get to the beach, I enjoy going to the beach. I like to be outside. I like flowers. I used to like taking walks with my kids and going to the park.
Okay.
And I've never been able to do anything that costs money, like tennis or any of that, although I did play some sports in high school
Okay.
and get exposed to it, but I never could pursue it later. So those are basically the things that I know I like.
Well, it sounds like your job, not only your job interests, but your just interests in general are wide and varied, and that's going to assist you even more so when the Charleston Job Placement Center does an assessment and evaluation on you. The more interest you have, the greater the job possibilities for you.
Well, that's good.
Yeah, it's very good. So I see a lot of strengths in you, and just sitting across from you now, I see how positive an outlook you have and how eager and willing you are to just get started and to become self-sufficient and take care of your children in a more independent nature.
I sure would like that.
Okay. Have you considered the possibility of going on welfare assistance for just a very short period of time until you can be placed in a full-time permanent position?
Well, I never wanted to be on welfare, but if it would help me get started, I certainly would.
Okay.
But I would not want to stay on it for
Sure.
any longer than I had to.
Sure. Well, it's really great that you're willing, to consider things that you may not have considered before. It sounds like your life is very different from a year ago.
Very much so.
And even now at this very point, I can see, because of all your wonderful skills and your positive outlook, how much different your life can be even a year from now, in a very good, positive way, in pretty much all areas, especially financial independence and having your place to live and supporting your children. So all of these things are very, very good.
Well, I'm glad to hear that.
So at this point, I would like to give you the referrals to DSS, their welfare department.
Okay.
And the Charleston Job Placement Center.
Okay.
I'll give you their numbers and addresses. And what we do here is we don't normally make appointments for people unless they're unable to make appointments for themselves.
Okay.
But someone such as yourself, who's very independent, we like to have you maintain that independence by making these appointments for yourself. But on your way out, the receptionist will hand you the information for these two places, and I would like to see you make these appointments for early next week.
Okay.
And then we'll make an appointment with the receptionist for later next week so that we can see where you are in our next appointment.
That just sounds so good. I feel like now I'm actually taking some steps
Absolutely.
for myself and my kids.
That's what we try to do here.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Our center. You're welcome, Mary. Have a good day.
You too. Thank you.
Thank you.